T-shirt.
Well, we've gone through that T-shirt. We've gone through that too at live remotes, where people are so trashed and they don't pay attention to us at all.
No,
I mean they're not. Pretty soon a lesbian kiss breaks out, and that's the end of it, and it's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it's like this big roar, and you're like, what happened?
Roar, yeah, and we have to explain it.
They're under the impression that it's like karaoke and it's their turn.
Right.
But it is.
But I think you said back then it was kind of what it did do though was give a great feel to the audience, all the screaming and ranting and raving, as opposed to buying an audience. I think you said.
Yeah, at first it did, but then it became just a nightmare. And then the truth is, I was bummed out about it. But I think in the long run, it's better that the audience is not sloshed.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, you've had lots of changes though since then. I've noticed that now you're doing a stand-up monologue. Now you've got the suit on, which in the beginning was like, let's be a little more casual.
Well,
now you've got the tie.
Suit. I just didn't wear a tie. I just had my shirt open.
Right.
And it turns out that I'm fat. And when you put a tie on, it's like tying your neck into a nice little knot. You look quite a bit thinner. And they're like, wow, you've really lost weight. I'm like, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
Look at my driver's license. I'm a good 10 pounds heavier than 6 years ago.
Hey, alcohol and radio or TV just reminded me. Did you see Adam's show with Steve-O?
Oh, God, that's
hammered?
right.
Yeah, I did.
my God.
Steve-O is.
Wow.
Steve-O will not be with us much longer. He's going to be dead in about 4 years, but he's a lot of fun. He really is.
God, I've never heard anyone so bummed.
Oh my God!
Do we have a clip of that?
Yeah.
He's a rich guy, Steve-O. He's like his dad's a multi-millionaire or something.
Steve-O's dad?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Well, I would have figured he was from white trash. For
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
I'm about to strangle you out of your own consciousness. I love Axel so hard.
I'm amazed he even made it to the studio. How did they let him in there?
Man.
He was. Well, I think it was a plan, actually. I think Steve-O said, "Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have like 13 shots of vodka right before I go on air."
Yeah, it was planned, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was, by the way, the same executive producer that our partner Daniel, who had the drinking at the talk show to start things off. So there's a theme there, and that's he has an alcohol problem.
Hey, one of our favorite bits always, and this is going back to the Man Show, and I know you're on a bigger and better things, but the Man Show boy, we love that guy. In fact, you won't believe this. We flew him in here for the
I heard
Men's
about
Expo.
that.
You hear about that?
Yeah, sure,
really?
of course. Yeah.
I'll be damned.
He made what did he make, $5,000 off that? We pay him?
Yeah, I think so. He had a God, what a
There was a
great
line out
kid.
the door for him.
Well, you know what? He started. We did the show for 4 years, and he was this cute little kid. But by the last season, we couldn't really use him anymore because he was like 5'8", and guys were just threatening to kick his ass. It wasn't a cute little kid anymore. It's like, what'd you just say to my girlfriend?
You're so old, it hurts me to look at you.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunately,
Was somebody talking through into an earpiece? Obviously.
My cousin Sal actually had a
was
little.
he?
Yeah, would talk through an earpiece. And,
Okay.
Yeah, I met
Well, that
Sal
was
last night at the
brilliant.
Piston game.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
in-
did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you
was in
did.
Dr. Roche's suite.
That's right. Yeah.
Did you meet Greg?
I was supposed to go to the game, but I was shooting things last night. And I said, no, I'm not going to be able to go at the last minute. They canceled. And then they canceled the shoot. So I called them like, hey, is there still a ticket for the game? They're like, well, we could figure something out. Just come out here. And I was like, hell with it. I just watched the game in my hotel room alone.
Well, it sounds like a lot of work goes in. I read in the paper that there's over 200 people working on your show, 137 flown in, and the rest local.
Now,
Is that
there are
true?
200 people. There are about 12 of them that are actually working on the show. The rest are going around to the Pistons games and trading tickets for sex,
Yeah, nobody was killing themselves last night, I tell you that much.
Yeah, wow.
What's the guest list for the week? Might as well promo the show.
Well, actually, today, Kid Rock and he's going to take me on a tour
Nice.
of Detroit.
Yeah.
Look
I don't know if there will be a rest of the week, to be honest with you.
After that.
We got Kid Rock is on Tuesday. I don't know who else on the show.
David Spade's coming.
David Spade, John Heater, Rob Schneider.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Dwelle is on the show.
When's Alba?
Jessica Alba on Friday, I think. Oh, yeah.
Albert said was on the
lovely
Super Bowl
woman.
night.
Yeah.
You got a show following the Super Bowl you're taping?
No, she's not on the Super Bowl night. The Super Bowl's going to be all surprise guests on the Super Bowl night, which means we haven't booked anything yet.
Okay.
It's a big surprise, though. It's going to be a surprise to all of us, including me.
Yeah, the paper's claiming she's on that
Yeah, on that
surprise
Super Bowl
party,
show,
but
yeah.
whatever.
No, maybe she will be, though. We may have her on twice in a row.
And how about if people want to go to the Gem Theater, is there any way to still get in? I know you had a zillion
I think
requests.
only you guys guys, really. I mean, you guys I know have tickets to give away, and otherwise, I think there's some ne'er-do-wells trying to sell them on eBay and all sorts of things. So
people bought tickets for the show?
Well, they're not supposed to buy tickets for the show, but certain people wound up getting tickets through whatever means. We actually busted some. We tracked them down. Like it became like this. It turned into Jim Rockford for a little while. Like, we got to find this guy, find out who he is, and we tried to trick him into giving it the email. And we actually tracked the guy down. He was like through some sponsor or whatever, and not Pontiac to find people who brought us here, but through some other sponsor, and we put a stop to that quickly.
Wow, because I was blown away. I mean, every time I've gone to L.A., it's like people are begging you to come into the shows. They never charge anything, and it calls the show sold out. And I'm like, sold out?
Well, the Gem Theater, I know they said holds 450 people. 25,000 people try to get tickets to this thing immediately.
Yes, 7,000 for Sunday night alone. Yeah, there I am.
There we go.
That's me. eBay detective.
Hey, speaking of eBay Detective, we were online naturally looking at all your online bios, and some online bio, you'll be delighted to know, says you have IBS.
No, that's not true.
You and Kelsey Grammer's wife.
That is not true. I have the normal, horrible bowels that everyone else has. There's no letters attached to it.
It claimed that Dr. Drew let the cat out of the bag on Loveline once.
Yeah, he says that Dr. Drew is not the greatest of doctors, I'll be honest with you. Once, my urethra was in danger of closing up entirely once, and I went to Dr. Drew, and if you've ever had Dr. Drew handle your genitalia, you know that, well, first of all, he's got very cold hands, but he has no idea what he's talking about. I do not have IBS. I have just typical Kimmel family bowels.
Okay.
However, what about this business where you fall asleep?
That I do have.
You really do have that?
I do have it. Yeah.
Seriously, I can't believe that. How can you do everything that you do and be falling asleep every 2 seconds?
I don't, because I take a lot of drugs. My house is like a pharmacy, really. In fact, I have a small Korean man working in my kitchen, and he gives me the stink eye, and he dispenses drugs to me. But look at this. I got this little pill right here in my pocket.
That's the secret, huh?
Yeah, Provigil. If I get tired, I pop one in my mouth.
What is it, just a hellish amphetamine?
I don't know, they say, and I think they just say it to make you, there's no fun to it whatsoever.
This week.
There's no buzz?
No, not at all.
Nasty side effect like euphoria?
It's like coffee in a pill.
Well, as much as you're doing, looking at your bio, you're executive producer of Adam Carolla Project, Annie Milonaka Show. There's about 8 things going on at once. Now, when this says executive producer, does that mean that you just call once in a while to see how it's going and put your name on it? Or?
It depends on what it is. Like the Annie Milonaka Show, I really came up with and fleshed out, and my brother's the actual executive producer, and they work out in New York most of the time. But like Crank Anchors is a show that I made and put together, drew the logo out, and it did everything with it. But like the Adam Carolla Project, which is canceled now, is I mean, I wasn't involved. I don't think I was executive producer at the Adam. Oh, yeah, I was, actually. Wait a minute. If that show's not canceled, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you start reading all this stuff, and you go, God, Jimmy must have a huge blow habit.
I know. How does he get all this done?
Yeah, right.
He's run out of steam.
Yeah.
Nope, just Provigil. Yeah.
Provigil, that's it. Wow, that's unreal.
Yeah, I mean, I would just think like doing the Jimmy Kimmel Show would be enough for anybody. I would decline all other offers.
Yeah.
I'm too burnt, man.
You're way too busy, man.
You get excited about things, and then friends don't have jobs, and they go, hey, we should do something. You go like, oh, God, I don't really have time to do that. They're like, no, and then some executive goes, we'd love to do that. You go, oh, what the hell? All right, let's do it. And then before you know it, you have 12 jobs at once.
And you got canned from how many radio jobs? 3 or 4?
My first radio job, I got fired from my college station when I was in high school. I got fired from...
I didn't know you get fired from a college radio station.
You know what? Not only was I fired, the guy who fired me is in this techno band, the Crystal Method.
Uh-huh.
And I ran into him, and he's like, hey, Jimmy Kimmel, whatever. I was like, hey, do you remember you fired me when I was... He's like, no. I was like, yes, you did. But I got fired at every job except for 2 of them, every radio job. I worked in Tampa, Palm Springs, Phoenix, Seattle, Las Vegas.
When were you at KKFR?
I didn't technically work at KKFR. I was not fired from that radio station.
Okay.
What, were you out there? Phoenix?
Yeah, I was at what's now KZOK.
KZOK. Yeah. Well, that's in Seattle.
Not KZOK. I'm sorry.
I worked there at KZOK.
It's like KMXX, but it's some new set of call letters.
It's like 92.3 or something.
It's
like
101
that,
something.
Of course, most of your firings were format changes, right?
No, they were get out, and and security's going to be behind you. There was not one format change.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to help you out.
They were called attitude adjustments.
Okay.
It says in this it says they're all format changes. I'm with you. I thought
does it really?
Yeah, no,
format.
seriously. Yeah, you should have stuck with it.
The format was we need a different morning show.
Well, I was going to say all these shows you did with Kent Voss. I mean, Kent Voss looks like the death of Jimmy Kimmel because every show you did with him ended up in a disaster.
I know. I was reading that. I thought he needs to lose this Kent Voss guy. That's his problem. He keeps showing up at all this stuff.
Kent's in Chicago now with Jonathan Brandmeier. Actually.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, wow. Oh my God.
He links up with successful people.
Yeah, you do.
He takes some down, but he does link up with the right guys.
Well, maybe we'll take him down too.
Yeah. Well, how'd you move from radio into co-hosting on Winning Ben Stein's Money? Because it seems like there was a leap there, and I don't know how you did that.
It was as simple as I was on the radio in L.A. in the morning, and people heard me. I did sports on K-Rock there, and they said, hey, you want to come audition for this and that? And I'd get weird things, like, yeah, I'm making a movie. And I'd go, yeah, whatever. I was off at 10 a.m., so I'll come over there. And I wound up going to this studio, and Ben Stein was there, and I did this kind of games. I had no idea what was going on. And Ben has a son who's one of the most horrible. He will kill. He will murder in mass in the future. But Ben's son was in the room, and he was not behaving at all. He was horrible. And I started goofing on the son, and, everyone started laughing. Luckily, it could have gone either way.
Yeah, definitely.
I was the only one in the audition. They hired me to do the show.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Well, now you were working with Kevin and Bean in L.A., right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, because I knew those guys in Phoenix. I didn't know them personally, but I knew the station they were working at. They were KZZP, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And when they went to L.A., they got in that big mess over Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah,
Remember that? They
the radio hoax, yeah.
Yeah, I thought they'll never survive that thing, and it turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to them. They basically had a confessional mic, and somebody called in and claimed, yes, I murdered some guy, blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, the family of some victim thought it was related to their family members dying, and it became this big police investigation, and after about, was it a couple months? It
was a year, I think, and the L.A. Times investigated. They really didn't do it. You know what it was? They did one of these bits like, hey, call in, confess your crime, and no one called.
Right. So the producer
called. Got their buddy, their buddy Doug Roberts, who also worked in Phoenix. He's the overnight guy, and they make something up quick, and they put him on hold. And this clown makes up that he killed somebody, and they're like, oh, for God's sake. And the police came down immediately, and they're like, what are we going to do now? We're going to confess? No way. So they kept their mouth shut, and I guess some disgruntled intern a year later turned them into
Oh, man.
Is that right?
Wow.
It actually wasn't a good thing for them. It's not like from the notoriety they wound up succeeding. No, it was dark times for a while. They had to do like...
Well, I knew they had to be good to last this long, but
what year was this
I just
about,
never would have
you
dreamed
say?
you could survive that. That was like 97.
91 or something like that.
Early? Yeah, it was a while
They're on
ago.
a radio star back then.
That's right. Yeah, they were one of the
we used to share stuff with
affiliates.
them, actually,
Sure.
yeah. Huh. Well, my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, they made it all right.
That's amazing. Okay, so it didn't turn into like, hey, man, we're getting all this publicity. This is great.
No, not at all.
Oh,
No,
okay.
Quite the opposite. In fact, I think they had to do like 1,000 hours of community service.
Oh, man.
Which, that's, when you think about 1,000, and you break it down into 40s when you already have a full-time job, well, that's bad time.
That's a lot
intense.
of time. When you were on the NFL pregame show with Bradshaw and all them...
Oh,
when you
I
did
love
your
that
thing,
segment.
That was a great segment. And I'm just, in reading up on you, it sounds like you rattled some feathers over there. Is that how that came to an end? And
You
what
can't
happened
rattle
exactly?
feathers, by the way. It's impossible.
They're feathers. Excuse me, ruffle. Ruffle feathers, thank you.
I ruffled some cages over there, though. I will say that.
Yeah, I'm rattled trying to remember about the ruffled feathers.
They didn't love me over there, I'll be
Nice,
honest
Jimmy.
with you. Similar to the problems I
That's a
had.
great
You
bit,
corrected me,
though.
by the way, instead of the emailers. I'm glad we stopped it right there.
I know, 50 people yelling at the radio.
Yeah, going like, it's not...
50,000.
Similar to my problems at the various radio stations I worked at, I sometimes have a problem getting along with my coworkers. And these are guys, I mean, Howie Long's a guy who no one has ever made fun of him in his entire life. Anyone who made fun of him, he grabbed them by the nipples with his fingers, and he twisted their nipples and lifted them above his head, And so I came in, and I really never imagined that they'd get mad. I started goofing on those guys immediately.
But it was obvious goofing.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, I remember very specifically Howie got me in. Like, we're at an NFC Championship game out of town, and Howie is he's more horse than man. He really is. He's got his neck is like someone's leg, like like his neck's like Jerome Bettis's leg.
Yeah.
And he hovered over me and he said, "I want you to know something. There's 3 things important to me in life." He goes, my accomplishments on the field, my family, and my endorsements. And I said, "Now, is in that order?" Because I knew he was physically intimidating me, and I knew that
I can't believe you said that to him.
there was no chance he was going to hit me, because I would, first of all, probably die, and my family would wind up suing him for everything.
Yeah, right.
So I decided to just roll the dice and be a smartass. And yeah, it was. You know what? There were some bumpy times there, but it was fun overall, and I have a pretty good relationship with those guys now.
Are you truly a good prognosticator?
No, I am not.
You're not.
My cousin Sal, however, is great at
Is
it.
he?
Yeah, and he helped me with that sort of thing. Yeah.
Do either of you guys gamble on NFL games?
My cousin Sal gambles nonstop on every. I mean, he was betting international women's soccer for a while. He had some system set up that he was convinced it was guaranteed. He'd take these like 13-team parlays, and then he'd pick all the favorites. Like in soccer, there are teams that are like 10-goal favorites if you got some huge country playing some tiny country. So he'd take like 13, and whatever, it didn't work out.
Did he eventually start losing?
He won like twice in a row and then lost like another 8 times in a row, and then decided it wasn't a good plan.
I'm convinced that no one really makes money gambling on football games, but Cousin Sal actually does well.
He
Does he really?
absolutely does. Yeah.
I should have talked to him more last night in the suite.
yeah.
I didn't get
Yeah.
enough time.
Yeah.
He's here all week if you want to talk
on
to
the
him.
Super Bowl?
He's
What's his thoughts?
he's got a lot of money on Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
By the way, are you trying to get the bus's parents on and all as far as booking?
No, actually, we're
Or is that too cliche?
yes. No, I don't know what we're doing. No, I don't think we are. I don't know if we're trying to get the parents on. I don't know much about them. I've seen that
They've never missed a game.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't seem like enough to me.
I'm surprised. I'm kind of delighted to hear that somebody's rejected him, because
that's
you
all we've
can't.
been hearing about in this town. The bus is coming and all that.
Yeah,
I think
well,
he's
from here,
and that's the whole.
The bus is from Detroit. He went to Mackenzie High.
Sounds like a very clever way for him to stay out of doing all these interviews, is to send his parents in to do it. I can't imagine letting my parents speak for me in any capacity, though. Not a chance.
Well, they're very endearing.
Well,
I mean, not that he isn't, but it's just a nice story. They're both very heavy set in a very lovable way.
Oh, yeah. It's a story. Every time you turn on Channel 7 here, that's all you see.
If his mom gets a soup commercial, I'll consider it.
She's got an endorsement. She just
does.
got one. Yeah.
Really?
It's just about to go out of control.
Is
To
that
the point where
right?
people hate them.
It'll be funny, cut to Thursday, and we're begging them to come on the show.
Right.
Please, we'll give you first-class tickets.
No, actually, I thought it was kind of refreshing that you weren't interested in having them
I know,
on.
I think so too. It's a breath of fresh air, honestly.
Well, thank you.
Let me ask you about
absolutely.
this. One of the things I used to really laugh about on your show was so funny was the way you poked fun at Star Jones.
Oh,
constantly.
God. Oh, I love it.
I can't stand that big fat bitch. And
Vivica Fox.
Yeah.
Why didn't somebody shoot her with a tranquilizer dart when she came on? What a bitch.
We had no
two
idea
things.
this was going to happen.
You didn't know?
No, none whatsoever. No, but here's what happened.
I can't believe she has the audacity to promote her own show while she's on there blistering you. What a bitch.
That kind of came up. Now, what happened was this. I didn't intend to do this, but I tricked Vivica because she did not know about my relationship with Star Jones, who, by the way, is not fat anymore. She really looks more like
I know.
a California
Oh,
raisin.
she had her stomach stirred.
Definitely.
She looks like crap.
She's got eyelashes.
She's
that go
meant
up
to be
5
fat.
feet.
By the way,
Yeah, she's married to a gay guy. I don't care what they say.
I enjoyed when you suggested to the fridge that he have his stomach stapled. Be nothing more disturbing than a skinny fridge, by the way.
It really bothered
bummed
him.
out about that.
He wouldn't shut up about it.
No,
Well,
man,
he's-
I'm at 325. I'm doing great.
He's
happy
looking
about
forward to
340.
that party that he doesn't know anybody out tonight.
He has no clue.
Yeah, none at all.
Jenna, okay. Could you imagine having sex with the fridge, by the way? If there is indeed
man,
a woman
I know.
out there, it would be like...
Well, there are 4, apparently.
Yeah.
He has 4 kids.
Doing it with a cow really would be disturbing. But anyway, Vivica A. Fox comes out, and she starts talking about how she's in Star Jones's wedding. She's part of the wedding. Apparently, Star had an all-celebrity wedding party.
Yeah.
And I asked her I said, do you have a date to the wedding? I said, can I go as your date? She's like, yeah, you can come as my date. And inside, I'm bursting because I know that she's going to get a call the next morning from Star going, you bring him, I'm going to...
I will kill you.
You're out of the wedding, I'm going to kill you. And sure enough, that is what happened.
Is that right?
And for some reason, Vivica decided to rebook herself on the show, 8 months later. And I said to her, hey, you stood me up. You were supposed to take me to Star's wedding. And apparently, her mission that night was to make up for accidentally inviting me to the wedding and to really lay into me. And I don't know. It was very uncomfortable, but I enjoyed it more than I enjoy 99% of the segments, because when you're on television, somebody's just staring at you and just angry, and there's silence. It's one of the greatest thrills you could ever have. It really is. Just that. I'm sure you guys get it here. Just whenever it's just super uncomfortable, you can't help but enjoy it.
Well, it usually brings a lot of sympathy for us, I've noticed. When people attack us, I've noticed it usually works well for us because the audience knows us so much better.
Right.
I mean, they know the Star.
Yeah, they're on our side right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Dennis Miller kind of piled on one day. It was so stupid. And not only that, he was dead wrong.
No, he was
we were
wrong.
kind of talking about Seinfeld and the 17-year-old.
With the huge cans.
Shoshana.
About
right.
the big
Yeah, and I was like,
boobs and all
man, what's
that.
up? That's kind of weird. I forgot how it came up, but he's like,
Well, we're talking about how young she was when he first dated her and all that. You know?
Yeah, and he starts defending Seinfeld.
Well, you don't
like
even
you guys
know
know,
him.
like you
Yeah,
guys
like
really
you know
know
him.
Jerry Seinfeld. You really know what he's about. And we're like, oh, relax, Dennis, Jesus. And, anyway,
You know what, these guys, there's a code in like the comedy world. You don't make fun of each other.
Yeah,
I think that's what
at
it
all
is.
costs. It's the same as true when we were talking to Ted Danson, trying to get him to say something a little negative about Michael Jackson.
yeah, because the Martin
doing.
Bashir special had been on the night before.
But Ted Danson, in his defense, is like the nicest man in the world.
I know.
Yeah,
And
and
he's
so
really nice.
he's incapable, I think, of saying anything nasty about anybody.
Well, you'd think he'd at least say, well, yeah, it's a little weird, 40-year-old with a 12-year-old. He would at least acknowledge that.
And that's what made it worse.
No,
was
because he's
finally-
smart. Because that's merely a stepping stone to you guys going further, and you know that. Of course, he's not going to do it, because you step in that 12-year-old door, and you're Ted Danson, you're Sam Malone. You can't be the guy. That's not your job in society.
But it finally amounted to him sounding like a guy who was endorsing spending the night with
Absolutely.
12-year-olds.
Well, maybe he is. Maybe that's
Absolutely.
what he's into. Who knows? You know.
The way it happened, though, and I hate to waste a lot of time on this, but
How long ago was this, by the way? Shoshana is in her late 40s now.
no. This is Ted. This is right after the Bashir special, where he was like fondling that kid's head, and
that
that
was
weird
gross.
stuff. And it was like, Ted, did you see the Jackson thing last night? 'Cause it was all anybody was talking about the next day. He goes, no, I didn't see it. And we're like, hey, Ted's Ted Danson, the only guy that didn't see it. He goes, what happened? So we're like, okay. So I start to describe, and I'm like, bottom line is, his kid's been spending the night at his house for like the last couple of months. He's 12 years old, and he had his arm around him. It looked really weird. And he's like, well, I don't know, sleeping with a 12-year-old, I'm not sure how I feel about that. And I'm like,
He did not say that.
I swear to God. I wish I had the tape. Is that not accurate? Yeah, I swear to God.
Are you talking about Sam Malone when you say that?
No.
You mean Becker or Sam Malone? Because there's a big difference.
He was just caught off guard, and it was really weird.
No, it's absolutely true.
Well, maybe he's planning to run for office or something. He's just being careful.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, Jimmy Kimmel's here. He's in Detroit all week. I know you probably have to run.
I do want to give a quick shout out if I could. And I apologize for using that trite terminology, but my buddy Dino, who works for Pontiac, is the biggest fan of your guys, and this is the most exciting moment of his life that we've all come together here.
Oh,
Yes.
cool. Well, we look forward to seeing you, being with you for a long time, man.
Yeah. Are you guys going to come by the show?
Yeah, absolutely.
As I understand, tickets are only $8,000 on eBay.
Yeah, who do we call?
All right. No, what are you talking about? You got me right here, right?
Yeah.
Man, I'm
the car
dying to
ready.
go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What time's it taping?
It won't be too late for you guys. Don't worry.
Okay,
If you can
cool.
go to the Pistons game, you can come out.
Excellent.
Okay.
We're in.
All
All right. Jimmy, thanks a million for coming.
Yeah,
by.
thanks,
great
guys.
to meet
So
you, man.
appreciate it.
Awesome.
Jimmy is in town all week at the Gym Theater, and they move your show up, too, on Channel 7. Did you know that?
Yeah, we'll be. That was a big deal.
11:35?
Yeah, 11:35 this week. Yeah.
Awesome.
And the first show here is tomorrow, right?
It's
Tuesday?
tomorrow night. Yeah,
Okay,
tonight's show
yeah.
will be a rerun.
Okay.
And we are giving away tickets. In fact, I made a mistake. I accidentally offered to pair up for the piece of the most insignificant Super Bowl trivia that you've heard so far. And
That's a good contest. What is it? What's the leader?
So far the leader is that Matt Hasselbeck watched the in-flight movie he watched was Coming to America.
Oh, okay. I thought that was real. I thought you were joking.
No, it's a real contest. But I was supposed to do Jimmy Kimmel trivia, and I didn't know that. But the rest of it all will all
I
be
wouldn't know the answers anyway.
Kimmel related. So, Jimmy, thanks a million. We
Thanks, guys.
appreciate it.
Good times.
All right. Jimmy Kimmel on the Red.